Now let's talk about televisions, right? So how often do you watch televisions?
In the past 3 years, I never watched television again because like now this day we have YouTube where can we find what we like, and there is only a short ad and sometimes we can even skip it. But in television, there is a lot of ads in television and we cannot choose what we like in television, so we have to like wait for their when they show up in the television.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Now what kind of programs do you enjoy watching?
I love cartoons because yeah, cartoon is easy to understand, and sometimes they have a unique character. So I like cartoon.
So do you think that television is too powerful?
Not really, because like I said before, this day people did not watch television anymore. There are like only the older people who watch television for news. So television is not that apa sih?
It's not that powerful.
Yeah, it's not that powerful.
So beware of in exam. So you need to be present there. So you forgot. So you need to be present. And then now, so in what ways is watching television bad for you?
So like I said before, in YouTube we can choose what we want to watch, but in television we cannot. So sometimes there are children who watch a news about like a murder. It is not good for them. So yeah, that kind of stuff, what makes television can be a bad influence for us.
Okay, thank you. And now let's move on to talk about holiday or vacation. So where do people usually go for holidays in your country?
So people in my country, there are, it depends. So there are some people who enjoy staying at home, or like they prefer to hang out with their families. So they only go to their family house. For example, like their grandparents' house. But for some people, they really enjoy to go to like another city, for example, like or another country. And a lot of Indonesian people go to France.
Okay, thank you. And then where did you last go for holiday? Where did you?
So I went to Brastagi.
Mm-hmm.
It is happened last week. So basically, Brastagi is in the same province as my city. It only took about 2 hours to go there by car. So yeah, me and my family just choose to go to Brastagi because it's near, and the hotel in Brastagi was really nice.
Okay, thank you very much. And then, so would you like longer holiday vacation, or you just prefer to have the short one?
I prefer to have a long holiday because I love holiday. Sometimes I think school can be really hard for me because there are a lot of homework, a lot of work to do. So long holiday really give me like a relaxed atmosphere when there is like no homework, no studying for a long time. It is really great for me.
So is going on holiday or vacation sometimes stressful?
Yes, it is stressful, especially when my family decided to go somewhere by car because I cannot stay in the car for a long time. It gives me headache, and also sometimes I get fever by that. So yeah, it's kind of give me stress.
Okay, thank you. And now let's move on to the next questions, right? And here's the one that I'm going to give it to you. So wait for a moment. This is real. And then, so there we go. So then I would like to ask you to talk about school you went to as a child. I mean, not your school now, but your schools when you were a child. So it could be when you junior high or elementary. There we go. Then you have, okay, 1 minute to prepare. Let's start it now. Okay, time is over. So you have 1 to 2 minutes. Like I told you, so insert 1 or 2 short dialogues there. This makes you more natural for your responses. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
So I move a lot, especially school, but what I want to talk, what I want to say to you now is my kindergarten school. So it called Namira. So it was an Islamic school. So my father chose this school because they have a really nice teacher, and also, like I said before, they teach Islamic things to us. So it located near my house. It took only about 5 minutes. If we go by car, so it's really near my house. So I remember that my teacher asked me to join a traditional dance extracurricular. So she was asking me with a really nice and sweet voice. I still remember her voice until now. So she asked me nicely, like this. So, hi Alya, with a big smile on her face, and then I answer her with a little nervous because I never talked to this teacher, and I said, "Yeah, hi Miss," with a small voice, and then he asked me again, "Do you want to join a traditional dance extracurricular with me?" Yeah, it was a really fun extracurricular. You can you can learn about traditional dance, you can find your new friends, and I really I kind of
Thank you.
interested.
Thank you very much. Good. Would you send your child later on to the same school?
Yes, I would, because it was a really nice school, actually.
Okay, now thank you very much. Now let's move on to questions part 3. Describe different types of schools that most children attend in your society.
So a different type of school that children attend in my
Society.
society is there are 2 different types of school in Indonesia. There was a private and sekolah negeri apa sir?
Yeah, state school. State.
And a state school. So what makes it different is private school kind of expensive than state school, and a lot of rich people who have money. They usually decided to go to private school rather than state school.
Okay, thank you. Are children staying at school longer than in your parents' time?
Yes, because I guess back then a mother usually work in house as a housewife, but now a lot of mother they usually have a job, so they're working all day. So this day students stay longer in school. Sometimes it is start from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay, thank you very much. So how expensive is it to attend government school? Government school, it means that state school that we previously mentioned.
It is not expensive. I guess I never went to a government school before, but I guess it's only took about, my cousins told me that they have to pay about 150,000 rupiah each month.
Okay, and do you agree that single-sex schools are more effective than mixed-sex schools?
No, I'm not agree with that statement, because I think it is not really helpful, especially when we're already grown up. Because later in the job field, we mix like our gender. There are female and male in job field, so we have to be teach to interact with opposite gender as us, to the people who have opposite gender.
Thank you. Opposite.
Opposite.
Not opposite. Sorry. And is home education better for a child than attending a large government school?
No, I guess it is better for children to go to government school, because it teach them how to be socialized with other, how to find a new character in people, and how people, and it will teach them like how to respect other people.
Okay, thank you. And next, how important is a teacher for successful learning?
It is really important for sorry.
So how important is a teacher for successful learning?
It is really important for teacher to sir.
Yes. Do you think that teacher is important in your school?
Yes, they're really important.
Yeah, my
in
question,
my
why? Yes,
because teacher teach us about a lot of things, how to build your character, how to be polite, your attitude, And also teacher help us to learn about like general things and subject in school. So it's really important.
So you remember, this is speaking part 3. It is also good to have the example. So how teacher teaches students in school, then this will bring more significant impact on students' changes, in particular how they understand one certain knowledge. For example, math or maybe a language. So you need to give an example. So maybe you can say, for example, so in my school, so I have 4 teachers teaching of foreign languages, right? So they teach us every day. We need to drill some subject, memorize vocabulary, and also have the a speaking practice. And this much better rather than when we learn without teacher. Sometimes we can do it, but it takes time. It takes time to know. And also we have a guide, so we can learn by ourselves, but we don't know where we are because we just need because sometimes we need someone to see us whether we are on the track or not. Jadi itu di breakdown lagi ya. Okay. And then the next question is, what is suitable class size for effective learning at elementary school? So the number of class sizes, so number of students in the class, what is the suitable class size for effective learning at elementary school?
I guess they need to have like a lot of students in one class.
Mhm.
I don't know like the exact number, but I guess it is like about 24 or something, because it is really help a children to study about or to realize that there are a lot of personality, so they didn't feel like they are the most like for example like the most perfect characteristic, but they will find someone who will make them happy or make them annoyed sometimes. So by that they can learn how to manage their feelings to people and how to treat them differently.
Okay, thank you. And will teachers be unnecessary in the future if computer can offer more and more self-learning materials?
So for me, the figure of teacher is still important even in the future, where we have the internet right now, where we can find anything. But computer cannot teach us like a common sense. They cannot teach us about politeness, about yeah, that I said.